10th part of me recording this. I've recorded this like 6 times and they've all sucked. So let's try this again. Take number 11. Hello, everybody. My name is Zombies, and I am an aspiring YouTuber. My favorite genre of games consists of RPGs, MMORPGs, FPSs, and games that just include character creation as a whole. Going in open world survivals, let's talk about that. So let's talk about the real reason this video starts after the introduction. So I want to talk to you about just being a YouTuber in general. And to start this off, if you're like me and you make a bunch of different accounts, because every year you think you're going to be a YouTuber. Every 6 months you start a new account, a new name, a new personality, so to speak. This is my name. This is who I'm going to be. Stop it. Stop it. Just pick one and go with it. Zombies is most likely going to be the last, account that I make. If I stop with Zombies, it's over. I'm just going to be done with YouTube and, content creation as a whole. Obviously Zombies won't just be, everything, but, I'll have another channel for tech if everything works out the way I want it to, or if I really, have the money to do it. That, those are things that I will go into in the future. But for now, when it comes to understanding YouTube and content creation as a whole, you start to realize that it's not as easy as everyone makes it out to be. YouTubers tell you gotta be consistent, you just need to upload, but it's really not like that. You need to have careful planning, an understanding of content creation from the bones to the recreation of the human. An anatomy class for you to take the bones and put it together. That's basically what you need to do with content creation. Get a full skeleton. It's something where you need to have a certain setup for. You can't just start content creation with the bare minimum. Yes, can you start with your cell phone? Yes, but you can't start with a Nokia flip without having a camera to record content on a Nokia flip. You can't record from that Nokia flip. And if you get what I mean, I'm saying you need to have quality. All YouTubers say is like, you don't need to do this. You just need to upload and be consistent. That's all that matters. But in reality, you have to have quality. People say, well, that's why wouldn't you have quality? That's kind of, common sense. But in reality, when you look at your favorite YouTubers and how they start, you start to believe to yourself, well, I can do that. But then you don't realize the time difference and era difference from when they started versus where you start. Where you start right now is in an era of quality. Everything has to be peak quality. Your editing has to be on top. You want to make games like Corey Kenshin? Well, good luck. You got to compete with Corey Kenshin's quality, editing skills, and actual comedy. You have to compete with all of that. You can't just compete with old Corey, because there's a lot of people who will say, well, I want to be like, the next Corey Kenshin. But which one? You can't be like the one 11 years ago, 9 years ago, 5 years ago, and think, I'm going to be like the 5-year, I can start with FNAF and blow up. No, it won't work like that. And if it does, man, kudos to you. You've won. 100%. I am proud of you. It worked out for you, because it hasn't worked out for me. Now, and I'm saying I've never tried to be Corey. I've tried to be my own self. Have I replicated YouTubers before? Yes. I've tried to mix editing styles together, or even create my own. And it's yet to work for me. I used to play Arc a lot, so I used to take Arc subscribers, like Arc YouTubers, like 100 days in this mod or 100 days in that mod, and then see how they edited, how they recorded. And eventually, at somewhere down the line, I realized the same way they do things is not going to work for you. The community that they've cultivated is a community that enjoys the way that they do things. You're not going to get that. not while taking parts or replicating parts of theirs and putting it into your own. You have to create your own community from the ground up. And that's one of the hardest things to do. I think that's probably the hardest thing you can do in life, is create an online community. A lot of people want to say it's easy, but creating a community around the real you is extremely difficult. It's very easy to create a community around a fake version of you. Say, for example, a version of you who creates the best class setups on Call of Duty. It's very easy to create that and get a following around that. But when it's a content that, that's more personal to you, your Elden Ring content and your personality is put into it, it's a lot harder. I remember when Hollow Point used to just make class videos, and then he used to make Fortnite, and then when he came out and he started doing, the different games, his channel just kind of imploded on itself. And it's gotten way better. Oh yeah, it's gotten way better. I applaud him for that. He stuck with it and he continued. But when you create when you create a false version of yourself that people love, and then you start to unveil the real you, and you realize people really don't like it. It's hard. And I think that's why a lot of YouTubers struggle when they try to change their content to be more personal to them. A lot of them quit because they're not getting the same numbers. And if they became full time from it, and then the numbers aren't hitting anymore, even though they're trying their best and everything they can do to change it, to get people to like them for them, it starts to fall apart, and they start to fall apart. And it's one of the reasons I've realized, people say, make content on this one game. Look at what all the other YouTubers around you are doing and make that same content. It's a great way for you to grow shortly, but long term, it's not going to get you anywhere. I've seen so many YouTubers do it, and it takes them months. I've seen a YouTuber go, who had 30K, and then the content for the game, a battle royale game he was playing, died. His channel died along with it because he centered it around the game and what he in the examples and the settings and the tutorials, and not so much himself, not the gameplay of himself. They didn't come for his skill and what he does. They came to see the best settings, the best classes. And what I'm trying to get at here is that you need to be you. But to be you, you need to find happiness outside of YouTube. Stop looking for happiness within YouTube. Stop looking at the likes. Stop looking for the likes and the view count and the comments. You need to look for happiness outside of YouTube. Because if you don't, you're just going to implode on yourself. The same way all the other YouTubers have. Every growing YouTuber that I've watched for countless battle royale games have kind of fallen off after the initial hype. How to be the best, fastest, best movement in this game. They grow this subscriber count. Game dies. Channel goes with it. Don't do that. Stop doing it. Stop looking for short-term growth. Find happiness outside of it, so that no matter what you upload with, you're content with it. And I have experience doing it. I've never grown a channel that big, but I've tried to make content. Around settings. And even though, yes, it got me a few views, I hated it. I would watch that video and I would say, it's trash. Why am I pretending to enjoy the process of me making this video? For what? For views? For likes? For comments? For people to tell me that they really like me? They're not gonna care for who I am. They're not gonna like me for who I am. Because I'm creating content about a particular setting. Not about me. Not about my skills. who I am, what I'm doing, but about the settings of this game. And that's why I'm reaching out to you. I'm reaching out to, to myself. I've been doing this I've been trying to start a YouTube channel for 5 years. On and off, on and off, on and off. Trying to find short-term growth. Trying to find happiness within the numbers. And it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, so stop looking for it. Stop looking for it. Because you're never going to find it. So with that being said, my name is Zombies. And welcome to the zombie world. I will be creating content going forward. Either it'd be Elden Ring. We'll see how that works out. I don't really have the best graphics card, so quality may not be the best when it comes to Elden Ring. Maybe 30 FPS. Who knows? Unless I can find a way. FPS games, Ark Survival Evolved, so many different games, Grounded. Who knows? But welcome to the zombie world. And for those of you who are looking for support, let me know. Let me know. Go. If you find this video, let me know in the comments what type of game you play, what type of content you make, who you, what you are as a person, what you're like. And if you, don't link me, to your video. Tell me about you, so that I can see if I relate. That's what you want. You want people to relate to who you are. Just stop linking them to a video so you can get some quick views. That doesn't do nothing but piss people off, and be honest with you. It pisses me off when I click on a YouTube and I'm like, oh, let's consider this a kind. It's like, oh, I wonder if I find some other small time YouTubers. And they're like, I think I'm pretty funny. Check me out. Or, I've been trying to make content for a while. What if you guys check me out? No. Tell me about who you are and why I should watch your content. Tell me about what you do in life. Or not what you do in life, but what's your personality? Why did you start a YouTube channel? What makes you, what makes you happy? What's the funny moments of your life, of your channel? What has led you to this point? Because what's led me to this point is that I always wanted to be a YouTuber, especially a gaming YouTuber. I watched like Brad, Corey Kenshin, Dash growing up, and the thought of having a community where you can share tips, tricks, and just talk and have a good time has been, sounds amazing to me. I've never had a community. Hell, I've never really had friends that I can truly say have helped me out in any type of way. And so that's kind of what my dream, my ultimate goal is. Even though, yes, I want to be a full-time YouTuber, I want to build a community of people who love games. That's it, really. Just love games. Hey man, did you see a new Elden Ring DLC coming out? Oh yeah, guys, that looks amazing. Let's got any information on it? Hey guys, any tips about how to get on Twitch? Even though you don't have the best graphics card or the best PlayStation or Xbox, I want to start streaming. What's the best times to start for this game? Has anybody tried this? Does it work? That's what I want to create, something where we all, it's a community in the sense of the word, a community. Nothing more, nothing less. Something for all of us to enjoy, talk about, have a good time. I don't want something where you only join me to get the newest information, the newest review, newest class setup, the newest best gaming settings. I don't care. I want you to come watch my content for me. I want you to come watch my content because it's what you want to do. So, with that being said, quit it. Stop looking for the answer in the numbers. Mason didn't find them, and you sure as hell won't either. So just enjoy the process, be you, and find your own path. You'll find it. It'll take time. The same way it's going to take me time. We're going to do it together, one step at a time. All right? You're not alone. No one's alone. I'm here. The guy that's gonna see your content in 2 years is here. The guy is gonna be your, is gonna be your friend on the community is here. He may not be here in the sense of physically. He may not be here in the next hour or two, but he'll be here. He'll show up, and he'll show up at the perfect time for you to be happy with. To say, I'm glad I got into this road. I'm glad I stepped on this path. So focus on the journey. Don't focus on the goal or the end result. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the people you meet, the times you create, the funny moments. Life is a crap show. So just find a way to make it less crappy. So I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Stay safe. Zombies out.